Hello, I'm Dave with the customer service team at Espresso Parts, and I'm here to show you how to do pitcher rinser maintenance. This process will be the same with both our countertop and our drop-in models, but today I'll be using our 7x15 inch side spray rinser because it's easier to work on and show on video, so that's fun. To start, we're going to take the grate off and set that to the side. And then we're going to remove the black activation star after turning off the water, because if we don't do that, we're going to get pretty wet. After turning off the water, use a pitcher to make sure that no water is coming through. Remove the black star and set it on a clean surface. There's two pieces that are left after that. Both have hex sides on them. And we're going to try to remove the lower hex by turning counterclockwise. Sometimes these can be a little bit tight and you may need to use a wrench. Using that, turn counterclockwise with the wrench, and that should loosen up enough for you to do it by hand. Turning this counterclockwise until it feels nice and loose, then we're going to pull it out like so. And this is the assembly that you're going to be rebuilding. It consists of 4 parts, which I will show you soon. And inside of this, there's a spring that gives it that rebound that keeps the valve closed. To remove this, hold these two together, the inner sleeve and the outer sleeve together, and turn the brass activation piston counterclockwise until it comes free in your hand. Then slowly let go of this because there's a spring inside. Once that's free, you can dump the spring out and you now have the 4 pieces. Sometimes this brass activation piston will still be inside of that hole. So if you pull these apart and there's no brass activation piston, it's probably down in there. And you'll have to get that out. You can do that using a straw or a paper clip or the force. Either way you do it, it's got to come out. So when you have that and you have your 4 pieces, you need to take your pitcher rinser maintenance kit, which comes with seals, a new spring, a new brass activation piston and seal, and O-rings. So what I like to do is start with new parts on one side and the old parts on the other, so that we don't get them mixed up. So you can remove these O-rings by using an O-ring pick or a paper clip, or you can cut them off safely using a sharp instrument. That's what I'm going to do because it saved a little bit of time. Those come off and set those off to the side. And that's it. Now you're ready to start putting the new O-rings on. For the large O-ring, it slides over the large activation piston sleeve from the end into the O-ring groove right there. For the small O-rings, the first one slides on and slides into the O-ring groove, and then the second one slides on and can slide over the first one into the second groove, just like that. For the activation piston, the seal slides over the top and should be all the way at the bottom. And that's it. Now you have a rebuilt part ready to put back together. And this is the order it goes back together in. To reassemble this, you take the spring and drop that inside here. Then take that part and put it in there, and you can see it's nice and springy. So if you have it like that and let it go, it's going to shoot across the room, so don't do that. Hold them together and take your brass piston and put it in the middle and turn clockwise until you feel it stop. Once it gets tight, it's put together. You need a tool for that. And that's it. This piece is ready to go back into the rinser. To put this back in the rinser, drop it back in the hole and firmly push down until it slides down, and then turn clockwise. Screw right back down where it came from. Again, you should not need a tool for this. You want to go until it feels snug and doesn't go anymore and is nice and flat against the bottom. If it's not far enough, you'll know when you turn the water back on. So now that that's in place, we can take the grate, put that back on, and put the black rinser star back on the top and turn that down. Then you can turn the water back on, like so. This is when you'll know if you did anything wrong, because water will come out where you don't want it to. But if everything went right, and you followed my instructions, something like this should happen, which means your pitcher rinser is rebuilt and ready to use. Now remember, while you're using your pitcher rinser, this is the correct way to use it. Straight down and straight back up. If this is used in a twisting motion by pushing down and turning, this brass piston that we just did is going to unscrew and get stuck in that hole. And that's it. If you have any questions, there is a tutorial, and you can also reach us at 800-459-5594 for help. Thanks for watching.